Football Unknown.
Hey everyone, welcome back to a new episode of the Football Unknown podcast. We're now on episode 46, I think, bro. Episode 46. So, we have a special guest today with us, coming all the way from, actually, no, I'm not going to say it. I'm going to have him say it. So, guest, before we kick things off, man, please introduce yourself for the people.
Hey guys, Papa Ndoye here. From Senegal. I play for Corona Corps. We travel in Orlando today, so I have to come check my boy out.
Absolutely. Okay, man. So before we get it started, right, and we talk about your upbringing from Senegal, I want to ask you the famous question that we ask every guest at the beginning of every episode on the Football Unknown podcast, and it's, when was the first time that you first fell in love with the game of soccer?
Wow, that's a great question. It was a long time ago.
Yep.
Yeah, when I was a baby, I would say, I can't recall the age exactly, but when I was really young, playing in the front door with my family.
Yep.
And they quickly realized that I had something. So
Okay.
From then on, they start, taking, like, just helping me to become where I am right here.
Absolutely. So when did you start playing like organized soccer? Because we know, like, back when you're young, especially in Senegal and Nigeria and Ghana and all these places, everyone's playing street soccer. It's like more for fun, recreational.
Yeah.
When was the first time that you joined like an organized team?
Organized team. I would say, if I'm not mistaken, around like 6,
Okay.
7,
Yep.
or 8,
Okay.
in that range of age, because they were like some soccer school. That's how I call it. I call the foot en français.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
They had that, and I trained there for like, I don't know, 2-3 years. And after that, my dad, he was actually a player, and then he sees that in the neighborhood, like, in the streets, we play all the time.
Yep.
And then sometimes we would have fights and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So then he like actually create like an école de foot, like a school of like soccer school. So he created one for like the neighborhood. Initially he did that for like the neighborhood, and then bringing people together.
Yeah.
And then like share his knowledge of the game with us. And then from that, after he did that, so I joined his club, and then like 10 to like 13, I was playing there, and then after that, I joined the academy.
Really?
Yeah.
So was it like it was a soccer school that your dad created?
Yeah.
So was it like, did they have like, classes apart from soccer, or was it just like soccer concentrated?
It was just soccer concentrated, and then us, we just go to school like regularly, because we are in the neighborhood. So,
Yep. And would you guys compete against like other local clubs or academies?
Yeah, we would compete against all the local clubs.
Really?
Like clubs that like outside the city. And
Really?
like
Okay.
academies and stuff like
Yep.
that. I remember our first game, I actually scored.
Oh, you scored for your first game?
For the first game.
Okay.
Like,
So
first goal of the club.
Yeah. So that was the first time you like was exposed to the organized game.
Yeah.
Like straight from playing, recreational with your boys to instantly like serious structured soccer.
Yeah.
So okay. So what
you remember I told you that I was playing in another club before
Yeah.
my dad started his club.
Oh,
yeah, and that was his friend actually. So I
Interesting.
played there. And
for how many years? Like about
for
2
like
years?
2 years, 3 years, I
Yep.
would say.
Yep.
Or 4 years. I can't remember exactly.
Absolutely.
But after that, I joined my dad,
Yep.
and then like we had this.
Yep, exactly. So everyone was
thing going on.
okay.
Yeah.
So what were some things that you learned, moving from just playing, for fun to playing for that very first club before you hopped on your dad's team or in your dad's academy?
Yeah.
What are some things, trying to get used to the game and everything? Like, what's some like initial things that you could remember learning?
I would just say I just had the passion back then, because I cannot really recall like
Yep.
what I learned over
Yep,
there.
yep.
But I was just excited to play. Every single time I'm going to practice. I remember when I was in the first club.
Yep.
The practice started like around 3:30. I'd be there at like 2:15.
Really?
Something like that. Yeah, I can remember. Yeah.
Wow.
And I dress up like a proper soccer
Yep.
player, like
Yep.
a proper pro. I remember I had like the Drogba jersey, Chelsea.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
I would like wear that.
Yep.
I would drip towel. I would walk, and people go to the mosque at like 2:15
Yep.
to pray.
Yep.
And I would walk to go to like training. And they would see me, they would like, well, it's early, but you know, it's hard, but I'm not feeling that because I'm super passionate. I'm the first guy, I can remember this. I'm the first guy in there sitting in the in those rocks waiting for people to come.
Wait for people to come?
Yes.
Wow.
Waiting for people to come. And when people come, I'm like there, it's like dribbling everybody. Back then I was super good. Yeah, dribbling
full of energy,
everybody,
you
full
know.
of energy, full of love of the game, you know. And after that, I stayed with the older guys, you know, watch them, you know.
Okay.
And then I would like, you know, ask because we didn't have balls and stuff like that, like that. So I would go to the coach because the coach then, my dad was working in that club before he started his own club. So the club, the coach there is like a friend of my dad. So I would go there. Can you please ball? I will bring it back tomorrow. And he give us the ball. We will go back to the neighborhood.
Just
me
play.
And my friend we play again until like
after practice. You would go back to the neighborhood and play
with my friend.
Wow, man! So it's a whole day of footy then.
Whole day of footy.
So and you said your dad played pro. Your dad played pro in Senegal. I'm guessing. So how much of that, you know, contributed to how much you loved the game and the passion you had for the game, even at a very young age?
Like at home, like I grew up seeing balls around, you know, like because my dad played, you know, the equivalent of pros right now in Senegal. But then he quickly stopped working because he had to like support his family, and then the money is there. It's not gonna be supporting your family. So that, and I grew up with like I had like we all brothers. We had just one sister. It's like we are like, you know, nine brothers.
Really?
No. We are 9, so seven brothers and one sister, you know.
Wow.
Yeah. I grew up in seeing my brothers. We would play in the front yard. Like we would play in the front of the house, and then since I was really young, they knew that this guy's kind of special. So we have to like
trying to figure out what to take him.
We can help him. Yeah. So at 8, I can remember like situation where my older brother would like, oh yeah, Dad, we need to bring this guy to there was like one of the biggest academy in Africa. Like it was Diambars to where I went. So from 8, my brother was thinking about that. We need to bring this guy to Diambars, you know. But the trial, I cannot do the trial until I'm 13. So all that time, 8 until 13, I'm just playing with my dad.
Were you trying to prepare for that?
Trying to prepare for that. And there was like some contest we would have in the whole region. And I always would be first. You know, technically, they do juggling and like header juggling and stuff, all of that. And then playing. And I win that twice. The 2 times I did
you
it.
Participated.
I participated. So I won it.
So how many? And you said you have 8. You have 7 brothers. And one sister.
Yeah.
So how old is your oldest brother?
I'm probably 33, something like that, and I'm like 25 now.
Okay, so it's like a good spread.
It's like a good spread.
That's
2 years
pretty
apart.
good, man.
Wow. 4 years.
Okay.
I mean, it was good. So like we all played together. And then obviously the older brothers, they would take care of us, you know, bring us to like their games, and then we participate with them, you know, get better with them.
That's so
without
crazy.
even knowing the structure of like trying to get better. You know what I mean? Like we just doing it unconsciously.
Just figuring it out. You're trying to figure it out.
Yeah.
Okay, so then now that you're playing with your dad's team, right? Before you went to try out for Jamba.
Yeah.
Like, how was it playing, you know, under your dad? Like, was your dad your coach?
My dad
was your coach.
Bro, that was the most amazing experience me and him we had.
Okay.
Because he was kind of my best friend.
Okay.
Like I loved that guy. I could be staying all the time with him.
Okay.
So I remember when I was younger, when he left for work, because that was not training us, it was not his job. So he's just doing that like part-time on the side to just like help us. He was not getting money from that or anything.
Give back to the
just
community.
Like the passion. So I would just like miss him when he went to work, you know what I mean? And then when I'm playing under him, like I'm just doing whatever I want. Like I tell you, like I was like a Messi. Messi was my idol when I was at that time. Right? I was watching videos in the house. He just gave me the computer. I was watching Ronaldinho, you know, those guys, Messi, dribbling everybody. So whatever I see, I go over there, I do it. You know, I just dribble everyone, you know, score, like pass the ball, stuff like that. And then I was super close with my friends, you know, and then they were good too. So
and they all played on the team.
We all played on the team. So like we had like a
good
really
chemistry
nice thing going on. So under my dad, I was captain, number 10, you know, having fun. So like at that age, I was like probably the best player in the country.
Okay. Wow.
So but then after that, I went to the academy. So I went to the trial for the academy.
Yep.
So because I won, like I was the best player in the region already.
Yep.
So I didn't do the primary tryouts.
Yep.
So they qualified me for the finals already because I already, I'm like,
Really?
I'm like the best player in
Yep.
the,
Yep.
in the
You,
region.
you were already on their radar. For
Already on the radar, okay? So because the guys that give like the trophies in like the ceremonial, like the parties were for like the best players, they there, so they know who's who and stuff like that. So they told my dad he's already qualified for the finals. But I remember when my friends were going for the tryout, for that primary tryout, I'm like, Dad, I want to go. I was sad I want to go because I just want to play. And he's like, yo, you can't go. Like, you got to stay. Let us go, and then we come back, and you keep training, and you wait for the final. And then, unfortunately, my boys, they went, and they didn't
get picked up. Okay.
So I was like, wow, this is serious.
Yep.
So went to the finals now. The first, couple days there. I went with my dad. I remember, before that, I would understand, like, wow, the stuff that I won with my dad, I would remember the stuff that he would tell me.
Okay.
When we were in the car driving to the tryout after trial coming back.
After the tryouts coming back.
After not the trial for Diambars, but like the trial to determine who's the best player in the region. Yeah. So I went there. Technically, I did well. I did really well though, and I played and I did everything they asked me to do. I did it properly, quick, because even like when I was training under my dad, even when he left for work, I would do some stuff technically, juggling on my left foot, 50, and I could juggle 100, 200, stuff like that. Juggling on my right foot, I could juggle a lot. And the trial, when I was like 11, they want us to juggle 50 left, 50 right. Both they want me to juggle like 100.
Yeah,
and both I could do 1,000.
Wow.
Yeah, like that's how
it was just first nature for you at that point. Like it's ingrained. Yeah.
And the header, they need 25 to pass the test.
Header,
like juggling header, I could do 100.
Wow.
And I could do more.
So that's
so
your
like
thing.
Technically, this is my thing, and playing, obviously, I just do my thing.
Yep.
So after we did that, the trial. So like my dad is coach.
Yep.
You see like some kids struggle with doing the stuff that we were asked, and then he would tell. After I just did everything like quick, like just done it, and then we play. I would just be on the park, just playing like Messi. I was super small, left-footed. Just watching Messi all the time. I was just trying to play like him. So after the trial, like everyone was like, wow, really good. And after the trial, they would ask us questions. And I was super excited. They're like, oh, what do you want to do when you grow up? Oh, I want to be a soccer player.
Yep.
But after that, I want to be an engineer. Because I was like, I seen in your style, like, being a mathematician professor or like, I don't even know. I'm like, I want to be that. And they were like, wow, okay. The other coaches were like, okay, but my dad doesn't say anything. He just know that this is the kid he's raising. He doesn't say anything. So after that, probably they talk, or after that, because he's part of the coaches.
Yeah.
The car riding, I remember that. It's like, today you really seduced me today. Like, I'm proud of you today, and you would tell me that. And I was a good kid too, so I just do everything, like try to do everything the right thing, listen to what my dad tells me to do, and he told me like, I'm proud of you and stuff like that.
Was that, how many times did he tell you that he was proud of you before that moment?
I can't recall that, but this one I can,
Yep, it's very special.
It's special. I can't remember.
Okay. Yep. So what was going through your mind, after your dad told you very sincerely after that performance that that he's proud of you?
Man,
What's going through your head?
I was the happiest kid, bro, because I'm always super attached to the man,
Yep.
And I seen like the example he was setting, and I was just trying to
follow
those footsteps. And he was good too. He would tell me about like how good he was. Back then when he was playing. He would just tell me about the regional stuff that he won and stuff like that.
Wow.
Their games.
Yep.
And in my mind, I'm like, and he told me about the game. One game, he like dribbled everybody, passed the ball to his best friend. His best friend skied the ball. I'm like, man, and I would make fun of him. I'm like, Dad, I'm better, definitely better than what you were. Man. I'm better than you.
So it was like that, like friendly competition. Okay.
I would make fun of him all the time. I'm like, I gotta be better than you, man.
Yeah.
And after that, they qualified me on the finals, straight
Okay.
on the final. After the ceremony, you know, I met the guys that are in the
Yep.
academy and stuff like that. Like,
So after that trials, final trials, you made they called you up
Yeah.
for the academy.
so no, after I finished the contest for the regional,
Okay.
so they just tell my dad that I'm qualified for the finals. So I went to the finals. This is very interesting. So I went there.
Yep.
I was preparing my whole life for that. You know, since 8, my brother was telling like, "Oh, you need to go there."
Yep.
And that academy, you know, they prepare pros like Idrissa Gana Gay, you know, Karamboj.
Yep.
Like some of my friends that are playing in the national team right now. We went together there. We
Yep.
played
Oh,
together.
wow,
yeah.
okay.
So now in their national team, they win the AFCON, you know.
Yep.
But I just took a different route. I went to college before, but I will come to that. We did the tryout. We did
Together, everyone did the tryout together.
Yeah, it was like thousands of kids, bro. Like they gotta cut it until 18
Wow.
or 20 or
18
21.
out of
Yeah,
thousands,
yeah, thousands. Yeah.
How are they structuring the tryouts?
So the tryout is easy. You got to be 13
Okay.
or 13 or 14. I think that time it was a 13 and 14.
Yep.
And even if you are very good, you can be like 12, 11 and stuff like that.
If you're really good.
But me, I did my time, 13. And you did tryout. Is like the regions, they do their tryout. Just, I told you, my friends, they went for our region. They do their tryout, you know. And then it's like the whole country, kids trying to go to Diambars, whoever knows it.
Yep.
And I actually, in our age group, we had like 2 kids from France. So even France, like some kids came
they
and
run
did
them down.
tryout. So yeah, and then they did it. So they cut the finals. They have like a couple hundred of kids do it. They cut. They find some finals. They have like 50 or stuff like that. They cut until like 18 or 22.
Yep.
You know.
Yep.
And we did that, and I was almost the 18 or 22 or whatever, and I was number 1.
Wow.
Because the trial, I killed it. Like I
Killed
was,
it.
I killed it. I was number 1.
Yeah. And
So-
and what position for everybody to know? What position were you playing?
I
at
was
that
a
time?
10.
You were at 10.
At that time, I was I was playing like Messi. I was just
And
a
left
10.
footer, and like your
Left
natural
footer,
foot was
yeah,
left.
Natural
But
foot,
you
left
could use
foot.
both.
I could use both. Yeah.
It's those juggles, man. You know, all those
yeah.
juggles. Continue.
Technically,
Yep.
my dad prepared me to
Yep,
be ready
absolutely.
for all of that.
Continue.
Yeah,
So you made it. So you're number 1 in
Number
that.
1 entering the academy.
Yep. Oh.
Gave me the number 10. You know.
Okay.
But then the academy is like 3 hours away from my house, or 3 or 4 hours away from my city.
Okay.
And in Senegal, you know, Africa, you know, the transport is not like that. So we would all live in the academy. We would go to school inside the academy. We would do the training facility. Everything inside the academy. So those walls, you really cannot. You don't get out. You don't get out of it because you don't need it.
Yeah.
So, and it's like very structured, very professional. We would wake up at 6, you know, get ready to go to school.
Yep.
And some days, first year, you don't have to go training in the morning. But like, get ready, go to class at like 8. You finish class 1:30. Go straight to the restaurant. You eat. To the cafeteria. You eat.
Yeah.
And then you straight go to your room. You have to nap. It's like a mandatory nap.
Oh, mandatory
Yeah,
nap.
mandatory nap, and you have to wake up at like 4:30. Get like 4:30 or 3:30, and get ready for practice at 5.
Wow.
And then at night you go to school. You do some
More school.
homework. Yeah, you do some. Yeah, it's just
Oh,
like
homework
homework
stuff,
stuff,
okay.
and getting ready for the next day.
Yeah.
you do that, and then 10:30 lights are out. You know, so everyday training off of that.
Yeah. Everyday training at like 13.
13.
13.
I'm gonna tell you.
Yeah.
I was not prepared for that.
Okay.
So the first year, coming from being the number 1 player in this team to being the last player, the worst player in this team.
Really? Why? What are some things that contributed to you dropping off like that?
Because I don't have the support that I had when I was at home, and I was not conscious of that. And because I was young, psychologically,
Yeah, exactly,
you don't
exactly,
even talk
yeah.
about that in Africa.
Yeah.
So, first of all, I was with my dad, my best friend. I was with my mom, my
Yeah,
sisters,
your
like
family,
my
your
family,
brothers,
and everything's
and-
good. Like,
yeah.
and I was playing every single time I go to play.
Yep.
It's with my family, it's
Yep.
with my dad.
Yep,
It's
yep. And your
it's
friends, too?
My friends, and he's like, he's the coach. So that's amazing.
Yep.
I went somewhere where I found a coach where it's like his job is to train kids to be pros. Like he's not playing around. Like there's not a lot of like psychological stuff going support, like mental support going on. A year, I would just cry every day. I would just had so many injuries. And I would say after the year, I would say I was, if not the worst player in the team, one of the worst players in the team.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah.
Yep.
So first year, it's like that. Second year, same thing. Just like that.
So
crying,
okay. Quick question.
Yeah.
Between the first year and the second year, did you have time to like go back home and see family?
Yeah,
on the
I
off
have time.
season?
So like in the summer, you can go back home and stay there 2 months or 3 months.
Okay.
And then after you go back to the academy.
So after that first year, and you realized you were having trouble adapting to the new environment and stuff. Did you talk to your dad about it when you went back?
I talked to my dad about it.
Okay, what you tell him? Okay.
He was trying to help me, train with me, and he was trying to help me, get over that, because he knew it was hard, and he probably expected that or something.
Exactly.
And whenever I came back home to train with him, he was like, I just need you to get back to what you were, just get back to having fun, just do your thing, just touch things like that.
Yeah.
So, but still, you're a kid, you can't really understand
exactly.
that.
Yeah, you can't
understand that.
You can't.
I just miss them. When I come home, I'm just trying to enjoy them. You know what I mean? And the second year, kind of the same.
Yeah, 14 at that time.
14, kind of same. Third year, 15.
Yep.
That's where the things change.
Okay.
So my boys, they already passed me. Progression wise, they already gone.
Yeah.
So I stayed with the year that came after us.
Okay.
So I stayed with them, with a couple of my boys, because we were smaller. We were we had to stay with them, and we were one of the younger players in our team. Because I told you we were in the team of 14 and 13.
Yep.
So we stayed there, and in that team, I was training. I was training with the team, and in my mind, things starting to change.
How?
In my mind, I'm like, I'm one of the oldest kid in this team. In this team.
Okay.
So if we need to win, I have to produce.
Yep.
So I have to I have to man up. And then the first thing that I told myself is oh, look, the academy, every kid is just the same.
Okay.
Right?
Yep.
And we might come in a different backgrounds and stuff like that, but we all the same, right? Mm-hmm. Nobody has their parents here, maybe couples, but nobody has their family here. The personnel that's working in the academy, these uncles and aunts that are working here.
Yep.
These are our dads. These are our parents. The coaches that are working here. These are our parents. Yeah. Look, treat them as that. These are our parents. Everybody's the same here. We came just different backgrounds and stuff
but
like
the
that.
same goal, same situation.
Same goals, yeah. Everybody's struggling here. Nobody has their dads here, so I don't have no excuses.
Okay.
I told myself that at 15, I don't have no excuses. I'm like, yo, bro, you have to man up.
Yep.
So in my mind, I'm like, okay, we already figured that out.
Yep.
And I came in a team where I have a little bit of leverage because I'm kind of older.
Yep.
So people the younger kids would probably looking at me.
Yeah.
So I'm like, okay, this I need to produce, right? Yep. So that season I started to play 10, and then our striker got hurt, and I played up top.
Okay.
And I was like a lone front man.
Okay, lone front man.
Yeah. So I kind of feel something special. When I was going to press, I'm like, bro, I'm a striker. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I got the excitement came back.
Mm-hmm.
So I loved it playing 9.
Okay.
So I finished that season, if I'm not mistaken, I scored 19 goals.
Wow.
Coming back from just struggling with my old team.
Your development. Yeah. At that point.
So then the click start.
Okay.
19 goals. The next one, next year, fourth year, they bring me back to my team.
The older group.
The older group. So junior or something like that, they bring me back to my older group.
Yep.
So then I'm like, okay, I'm flying right now. My mindset changed. I started being bigger.
Okay.
Because when I was younger, at the first years, they would make fun of me because I'm small. I'll make fun of me. I would always cry and stuff like that. Now I'm bigger.
But
now
you're hitting that.
Now
that
I'm like,
growth sprout.
now I'm growing up. So they can't really make fun of me no more because they're like, oh, this guy is kind of big right now. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I start developing that confidence. Listening to my coach, the advice they would tell me. and then like the progression, like because the training were like super, professional, and then that back then, because when I come to the academy, I was playing like Messi. I was dribbling everybody, and I come to the academy, they teach us how to pass the ball, how to move and stuff like that. Then I had kind of struggle with that. Structurally. And then, but like 15 after that season,
You got used to
I was
it.
watching Ronaldo.
Oh.
When Ronaldo was killing it in the Champions League and stuff like that. So I started watching like his life, his daily life, and he's like how he goes to the gym and stuff like that, how he take care of his body.
Okay.
Like how he's an example for like kids that want to make it.
Yep.
So I was watching Ronaldo. So in my celebration when I scored a goal, I
You
go
did a
Ronaldo, everybody started like knowing me as like a goal scorer and
Yeah.
like somebody who's just like obsessed with goal.
Yeah. Interesting.
Fourth year, same. I was watching Ronaldo. I would go to the gym. I was like 16. I was like go to the gym. People were like, yo, what are you going to the gym for? I'm like, they don't know, but now they can realize because now I'm very, they can see like, oh, this guy has work ethic. The progression can be seen. So I started going to the gym, because I'm like with my group now, like they're older than me.
Yeah.
And then
were they going to the gym or it wasn't really like mandatory to go to the gym at that time?
I don't think we had like a mandatory going to the gym. Yeah. So we just go because the gym is there. Everything is there.
Everything's there. Yeah.
The structure, everything is there. So I'm like, I mean, just take advantage of
absolutely.
this.
So
go to the gym,
wow.
Because some people they don't want to go to the gym and they're small too. I'm like, I'm going to the gym and having this mindset, it gives me an edge.
Yep.
I'm stronger than them and stuff like that. Fourth year, I did really well. In that team. Scored 12 goals, I think. And then that fifth year was the turnaround year. So from the fourth year, every agent they come to the academy when they're looking at strikers, they're like, "Oh, who's this kid? He's big, he's strong, he's fast." You know what I mean?
Yep.
And fifth year, I think I was in the reserve first team.
Reserve first team.
Yeah, I think
your fifth year.
Yeah, 17, 18.
17, 18.
Yeah, that year
of the reserve first team.
Yeah, I killed it.
Wow.
Yeah, that year I killed it. I think we had like 30. We had 33 games. I scored 31 goals.
Wow, that's ridiculous.
Almost averaging one game a goal.
Okay.
1 goal a game.
So you were with the first team, or you were playing like what did they have like a reserve league?
They have a reserve team. They have a reserve league, right?
Okay,
we were playing
with that team. But it's still a first team.
Yeah, it's the first team.
First team reserve.
Yeah.
At 17, 18,
yeah,
you're on there.
18, yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah.
31 goals, man.
31 goals.
What was your dad saying? At that point.
After that third year, he knew that there was a massive change. My guy is like, manning up right now, and he's like going to doing more work. Going to the gym,
go to the gym,
like,
putting
understand
that work in.
Really like the concept of being a pro. Because the first 2 years I didn't understand that,
Yep.
and then they would just put me on the in the
environment,
academy. That environment, academy is pro, bro. Like you have you do everything that pros do.
Yep.
Training every day. You're having a schedule. All of that stuff.
Yep.
So my dad, I would call him after a game. I was like, "Dad, how you doing?" and stuff like that. He's like, "Hey, I'm great. Stuff, everything is good. How many goals you score?" What was the score? I'm like, we win like 5-2 or something like that. He's like, how many you got? I'm like, I had a hat trick or I had 2 and I have stuff like that.
Yeah.
He's like, it's great. I've seen his full voice, his happiness. I'm like,
absolutely. He's proud, man. Proud dad. After that season, man, you scored 31 goals in 33 games.
Yeah.
What happened, bro? What
happened? So after that season, I think that season, I can't remember but after that season, I finished the season with the first team, actually. So I finished it with the first team, and then, the coach was like talking. My dad came the last game of the first team, like friendly game.
Yep. He
talked to the coach, just like the coach tell him like, I think he can be next. If like the other guys get signed in Europe or stuff like that, because we had a striker, and that striker actually was my friend. Like older,
yep,
but like somebody who would take care of me. Like,
okay, so he was on the first team starting, and then he was like somebody like you look up to, and then he was kind of like, okay, your big brother type.
Big brother type, yeah. So he would like just give me a lot of tips I would learn from him.
Okay, that's good.
But then we needed that guy to go on.
Yeah,
like he was doing some trials in Europe, he's going around, but
Yep.
he didn't get picked up. And then that 6th year, I came first team preseason.
Okay.
Killed it.
After the previous season.
Goals,
Okay, yeah.
first team preseason, I killed it, man.
Okay,
I
okay.
scored so many goals in preseason. Yeah, and they signed me to the first team. I think at 18.
Wow.
So I'm just like one of those kids just trying to break through in the team. And I didn't really play a lot of games, you know.
The first season.
The first season. I think I had like that season we had like I had a game that I started with the first team. We played like the Senegal's first division.
Okay.
Now my dad came. I actually played like 75 minutes, I think.
Okay.
Didn't really like score or stuff like that, but I just did a
exactly
good game.
Yeah.
But then my guy was a tryout. That's why I started that game.
Okay.
Then when he came back, I can't have the spot no more because this guy is really good.
Yeah.
He's scoring a lot of goals in the Senegal's first division.
Yep.
Like he's gonna get the spot. Yeah. So I was under him, and then I would just go back to the second team, play some games, come back to the training in the first team, go do that. And every single time I have an opportunity to play, I just play, you know. And that year I did that, but every single time an Asian came, they're like, "Oh, we want this kid." That year I had like offers from like teams like in Portugal, like not offers but like interest. Like the Asian came, and it's like, "Oh, we want to bring this kid." Like. But then
you're talking about you.
Yeah, talking about me because I was like the younger strikers in the academy. So everybody who comes, they're like, "Oh, who's this strong?"
Yeah, exactly.
Like,
yeah.
And he's fast, you know.
Yep. And you're young, man. You're
and
still
I
young
was
at that
young.
time.
Yeah, I was super young. So, and then right now, then I was in high school and I had to like get my diploma. So like the agent, he wanted to get me, or he would text me. We would actually talk, you know. And he wanted me to bring me. And I remember me and my boys that were still in the high school process.
Okay.
So, but then they were like the first team guys who were already done with high school and stuff like they're just playing with the first team. Yeah. So the president let those guys go.
Release them?
Yeah, release them. Let those guys go to pro in Europe.
Okay.
I remember it was Patesis and like some of those guys. And then for the younger guys, me, Junior and stuff like that.
Yep.
Patesis is actually playing the national team, Senegal.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Shout out, man.
Shout out, yeah. And then after that, one of the director in the academy told us like, Junior actually heard that from them. It's like, all of us, the younger ones, we're not going because they want us to finish high school. We gotta get our diploma before we go. But the other guys, they're older, they can go. And I'm like, man, I was talking to my dad. I'm like, Dad, they don't want me to go. And I'm like, I was ready to go. I was thinking about Benfica's, like stuff like that.
Those top clubs in Portugal.
Top club in Portugal. So after the agent just like, have that interest in me and start talking to me. When I'm in practice though, I'm like, bro, Benfica. So when an opportunity I have, slide it, bro. If you go to Benfica, you're not gonna do that, slide it.
Yeah.
I would just like think about those stuff.
Yep.
So that year passed, we didn't go, but I kind of slow down in the footy because I had to focus on your
graduating
because I had to get it done. So that year I get it done, but still I was playing with the first team, playing the reserve.
Yep.
All the goals I combined, I think I was 21, stuff like that. But
combined with the first
team because its level is harder and stuff like that.
Yep.
I got that, and then the next year, so I'm coming back to the first team. Yeah.
After you graduate?
After I graduate. So now I'm done with high school. So now I'm ready to go.
Yep.
So I had a conversation with the president. I went to them. I was like, I know you guys. I think I texted him after I got my degree.
Yeah.
Because it's like that test is hard. Like it's the whole kids like in Senegal that's doing it, and then it's like a proper test.
Yep.
It's like failing and going.
Yeah.
It's not right here high school when you're gonna be.
Different places. Yeah. It's either you pass or you fail.
You fail. Yeah. So a couple of my friends they failed. I felt bad.
Okay, so what happens when you fail? You
just do it again.
Okay, have to do it
again. Do it again next
year.
After
a whole year?
After a whole year, you fail. You just do it. You gotta do that year again.
So like you, in your mind, like you're like I cannot fail this test.
That's why I kind of
take
a break for like soccer. But I was doing like what I was doing in the footy, like just go and do extra reps, extra work. I was doing extra work with the professor because like it's like very structured. Everything we need we could have in the academy. So professor would come in the evenings where people are training. I'm like, man, I would tell the director like I need to do extra
work,
extra school. So the professor would come teach me stuff, and then I would actually my friend they were good back home.
Yeah,
they would like just tell me, bro, this is what you need to do in this kind of subject and happen.
Okay,
like, and
absolutely. Wow,
we did it.
Yep, did it. Got it done.
Got it done.
So you passed. you
I
know,
passed.
you're coming into that new season, bro.
Yeah.
You know, free, looking for opportunities.
Free.
Talk
Looking
to me
for-
about that. What happened?
So I came, same thing, preseason. I did really well and stuff like that. But the coach didn't really rate me, which is fine. And then I kept working. Towards that. I go to the first, second team. I bang like hat tricks and stuff like that. Come back to the first team. I'm trying to prove to the guy that, yeah, I can be your striker.
Was it the same coach?
There's the same coach, yeah. It was between me and one of the kids that's playing with the national team right now.
Okay.
So who's gonna play? And there was the other guy, but that guy is a winger, but he's older than us and he's had more experience. So he would play that guy instead of both of us because we were like 19, 20.
Yeah.
So after I see that, I'm like, okay, bro, let's just train to get out of here.
Mm-hmm.
And then that season, every agent would come. And then, because that season I was more like established in the first year, I would play some games.
Okay.
I would play some games, I would score some goals.
Yep,
You know?
okay.
They would see that, and the agent came, the agent actually brought somebody else that played in the national team. And he's like, look, I want to bring you, but they're going to ask a lot of money from you. But then you're not playing even, like, you're not ready. They're not really playing you first team.
Yeah.
Like, they play, like, they're not giving you an opportunity.
Yeah.
But I want to get you out of this situation to bring you in France.
Absolutely.
You know, but...
Oh, into France.
To France, yeah. To bring you in France. But, you know, I'm working towards it. I don't know. He loved me. Like, he liked me, and he was doing it. Unfortunately, it didn't work. So back then, and the agent that wanted to bring me in Benfica, ended the season, he came back.
Oh, he came
He's
back.
Like, now I have to bring you.
Yeah.
Like, now
Okay.
it's done. Like, the work is done. We
Yep.
have to bring you to
Yep.
France. But it's going to be, like, lower divisions. So, and he's like, he had this project for me. He's like, I did this with Farmer Jeju. Farmer Jeju is, like, national team. He played with the national team.
Okay.
So I brought him in this, like, lower division in France. He went second division. He went first division. And then he went to championship. Now he's playing, like, Spain, like, first division.
Wow.
So I want to do the same thing with you. Like, I have the structure.
Yep.
So we just got to bear with me.
Yeah.
But then school came back again. Because I was, I got my degrees already. So...
But your high school diploma?
High school diploma, and I was going to a university,
So
private
you're going to
university in
private
Senegal
university while
I'm playing. So I did that season. So I just wanted to go. I just wanted to go because it's not paying well in Senegal, and I had to, like, be the support for my family because my dad is about to retire.
Yeah.
And I have to take over.
Yep.
So, and when the decision came up, so it was like either go to college, because when I was playing there in Senegal, there was like college schools who would come to the academy because they know this is legit. You're gonna have good players
Absolutely.
here.
The U.S. colleges or like
U.S. colleges.
U.S. colleges.
U.S. colleges
Okay.
came.
Okay.
So U.S. colleges, I had like an offer from Long Island University, my
Yep.
old school, which was like legit. Like, I gotta go. I'm gonna play. I was not gonna get any money, but I'm gonna get a degree while playing, and after that, you can just go to a U.S. system.
Yep.
So my dad liked the idea,
Yeah.
the fact that I can go
Scholarship,
learn
on
another
scholarship
language,
too.
scholarship, go and learn another language and stuff like that, and just be able to speak English before I go pro. And my dad didn't say anything, but he just liked the fact that my parents, they wanted me to get a degree before, like, I keep playing. So that's what they wanted. But me, I'm like, okay, should I go to France lower division, go pro, start making money, or should I just go to school, knowing that, if I go there, I'm gonna have
A backup, a good backup.
gap of playing. I'm gonna play a good level, and I'm gonna get my degree, and after that I can go pro.
Yep.
So I'm thinking, and the agent was like, I don't know if you want to do this, because over there, you go there, you're not gonna be seen. You come with me, we can just do something special and stuff like that. So I'm thinking about all of the stuff. Talking to my dad about it, talking to some people in the academy, and the trainer, he was like one of the guys that raised us because we went there when we were super young.
Yeah, exactly.
Like,
yeah.
It's like it's good that you have two offers. That's good. Like, you have two opportunities. There's some people, they don't have anything.
Yep.
You have two. That's good right now. So just think about what you're gonna do and stuff like that.
Absolutely.
So I just decided to go to the U.S.
Okay.
knowing that, like, after I can come back to France and
Yep.
stuff like that.
Yep.
So I told the agent, if I go there, get my diploma, I can come back to France. We can still do that. And it's like,
And
I
okay,
mean, he's like, I don't know if you want to do that. It's like if that's gonna be a good idea for you.
Yep.
But,
and so did you know that it was going to be a 4-year program? Do you know what came with choosing the
degree, yeah, and to be honest though, I didn't know anything about the process in colleges and anything. I just knew that I'm gonna play. I knew I'm gonna go to school. That was what I've been doing my whole life.
Yep.
But I didn't know it was gonna be 4 year.
You didn't know.
You
Okay.
didn't know
Yeah.
that.
So yeah.
And back then I was like 19, 20.
Yeah.
So 20. I was not trying to do 4 years though.
Yeah.
I was trying to get the generation Adidas because one of the Asian that was getting that ready to go to college. He had that in mind because he came watch me. He's like, this guy can get the generation Adidas.
Oh, okay.
So I went to Long Island, played the first season. I killed it.
Fall semester,
season,
freshman year.
Freshman of the season,
Yeah.
freshman of the year.
Yep.
For all first
Really?
team, all freshman team, all region first team.
Wow.
But I think if we made it to the playoff, I would make the
tournament. You did made it.
I would make the All American. But yeah, I did well.
Wow.
But then that school,
Yeah, that's cool.
I was the one. That's just the only one. I was the face of it. So I'm like, and after like I met people that would tell me about scholarship, about other school where like players get paid and stuff like that and stuff.
Yep.
So I just decided to go to the portal. My old coach
Okay.
was not happy about that.
Yeah,
but,
yeah.
I mean, I had to provide for my family. So that year it was perfect because my dad's gonna be retired and I'm gonna go to a school where I'm gonna have more, financially I'm gonna be better.
Yeah.
So I can,
help out.
help out. So my dad retired. I went to a school where I was getting stipends and stuff like that,
Okay.
And
What school was it?
SMU. I transferred to SMU. So
SMU.
when I went to the portal,
Yeah.
I like offer about I think UCLA and
Okay.
all the school because that was hot.
Yeah.
So all the school wanted me
You're
to
buzzing.
come to the school. Yeah.
Quick question.
Virginia.
Quick question before we talk about the portal and then and your decision with SMU. What was it like, getting used to the American environment? Coming into college, a whole new environment, a whole new culture than what you were used to. Man, talk to me about, how you was trying to adapt to that, man.
Yeah.
Because you initially had some struggles, when you were younger in the academy, being away from family, being away from your dad, being away from your brothers. Now it's even worse because it's like a whole other country.
yeah.
Talk to me about that, man.
I was prepared for that. The academy, the way we were raised in the academy and the way we were trained, it prepares us to like go anywhere. So at that time mentally I was like super strong. I was really strong. I was ready because I did it from a really early
Yeah, you
age.
experienced
and I
that already
overcome
and
it.
you
Yeah.
overcame it.
So when I at that age like 19, last season at the academy, all I wanted is just get out.
Okay.
Really, it's like I wanted to go pro. So I had I knew the sacrifice
That you're making.
that I'm gonna make because I'm gonna go pro. If I go to France, I'm not gonna be with my family.
Yep.
I go to the US, I'm not gonna be with my family.
Yep.
So mentally, I was already prepared. So I'm like, let me just go.
Yep.
And I came here, the level, I was above the level.
Mm-hmm.
So it was not really adapting in the field. It was not really hard.
Yeah.
And then my teammate was really nice with me. My coach was super nice with me.
Okay. So
Shout out
they're
to
very
him.
inviting and
inviting.
warming.
And it's New York, so it's the big melting pot.
Yep.
So
Yep.
I just, they integrated me
Yep, you
well.
embraced everything.
Yeah, I embraced it, integrated me really well. And then,
And
it
you-
happened
and it-
in the field. I can do my thing because, it's I was playing in a harder level than
Yeah.
that.
How was
So-
schooling? At New
Schooling,
York.
yes. Adapting in schooling and language was hard. That's the only hard part because I didn't know any English. So like,
You didn't know
I could
any
not-
English at all coming in?
No.
Ooh,
I
okay.
knew like, hey, how are you? I could
Okay.
not hold a conversation.
Yep.
Like when I try to have a conversation with somebody, I was like, bro, I can't understand your accent, bro.
yeah.
Like you talking
Really?
too quick for me. Yeah. So
You
I
came a
could
long
not-
way, man.
Yeah, I came a long way. No, that was the point though. Going to a
Yeah,
country
that
where you
is
can
true.
learn English
Learn
and
another
just like
language.
be able to speak and then prepare you for wherever you go to
Yeah.
next step with the
Yep.
pros. You can just express yourself.
In Senegal, what languages? So you learn French over there, right?
Yeah, I learned French.
You speak French and what?
Wolof.
Senegalese?
We speak Wolof,
Wolof.
our national language.
Okay.
And then we speak French at the administration, like school,
I see.
everywhere.
I
yeah,
see.
and we learn a little bit of other languages.
Yeah,
but like
yeah,
we
but
just know
yeah,
tips of it,
exactly,
because
exactly.
You know, you're not gonna speak it.
Yeah,
Everywhere.
yeah. But the main languages was French and Wolof.
Yeah, Wolof. Yeah.
Interesting. So, okay, so now you were going crazy, you know, scoring goals, doing your thing in terms of like, you know, playing wise with Long Island,
Yeah.
right? Adapting pretty well.
Yeah.
How, and then you decided to leave after the first year.
Yeah.
Coach,
exactly.
you said the coach
like,
wasn't too
not
happy
having that.
because, you know, he's trying to, you're his superstar, you're
Yeah.
leaving.
Yeah.
Okay. So you entered into the portal, and I mean, it's understandable why you decided to leave, right?
Mm-hmm.
So you entered into the portal. Talk to me about that. Talk to me about how, you know, you decided to go to SMU and how that went.
I entered the portal and I see all the schools and because like I just wanted to provide for my family, so I just took the opportunity that was just you know
that
gonna
provided
give
you.
me the right you know
Environment
situation. So and it was COVID, so I didn't have the opportunity to go fly and visit the schools.
Mm-hmm.
But I took SMU, you know, and when there I liked it, you know, it was a good environment. It had really good players. So I went to SMU. It was just not me. It's just like 5 guys or like the whole 11 or like more than that. So really good. So level is good. You know, I was playing with Gabriel Costa,
Okay.
Canute, Allender, Skygate, all these
Wow.
guys. Nick Taylor, you know, Brandon Tawega. Bro, these guys would just set me up. Talon Maple. These guys would just set me up, you know, because the game is like pop. I was like kind of remembering the academy. Ball is moving. The facilities are better.
Oh, so it's reminding you of
Diambars, yeah. Because the ball's more ta. I make a run. I don't even need to touch the ball there.
Yeah.
So then I just stay up top. I let the midfielder Gabi, Diego just do Gabi and just guys
do their thing.
And whenever I see they're coming up, I just make a run. If you see my highlights, just like that, make a run. He put the ball in front of me, boom,
Bam, Barry.
yeah, that's it.
So
I loved it there.
Yeah. So you're now moving into an environment where, you know, you're not just the main guy, but everyone around you is playing at the top level, and all you have to do now is just do your job,
Finish,
just
do my
score,
job.
a goal scorer.
Yeah.
So it was so you know, you're financially in a better situation.
Yeah.
You already adapted to the American, you know, system and environment.
Now I
and
can
everything.
speak, you know.
Now you can speak. You know, you have a team full of ballers, and you're giving results.
Yeah.
Talk to me about like, and how many years did you spend at SMU?
Actually, I spent 2 years there.
Spent
just
2 years, so sophomore and
'Cause,
junior.
you know, you remember I told you my family wanted me to graduate before I go pro.
Yeah.
And then like everybody kind of knew that like I have the potential to go pro.
To go pro, yeah.
So I had the conversation with the coaches. They're like, "Yo, we want you to finish quick. So we're gonna give you everything you need. You're gonna," and they were like super helpful.
Really?
Super nice.
Shout out to those
shout
coaches,
out to
man.
coaches, yes, Coach Hurdy, and then so they helped me. I did like summer school. I did like I just did like everything I could to just like congested and graduate in those 2 years. So I did it, and then I graduated like just I think I came there like May 2020, and I graduated December 2021.
Wow,
That's great.
crazy.
That's crazy.
That's
fast.
beautiful. That's really
beautiful.
good.
So, but at school though, I was not. It was not beautiful because I'm doing so many classes.
Yeah, bro.
I'm trying to grind out.
Yep. When you're in the midst of it, it's super busy.
Super busy. Yeah, trying to do my thing.
Wow, but you made it happen.
I made it happen.
So okay. So in those 2 years, you were just balling. You
I
was
was
balling,
balling.
getting everything done.
Yeah.
What happened after you graduated?
So after I graduated, there was a couple of teams that were really like looking at me. So they really like had an eye on me.
Absolutely.
Talking about Houston. So my agent told me, but I gotta talk to you about my last year of senior. So when I was coming, senior year, like that last year, I was a junior at school. But like in my mind, I'm a senior because I'm trying to graduate early.
Yep.
So I came in and I'm like Mark Aaron watch list, all of that, you know. And beginning of the season, killed it. We were like first, like we were at number 2 or number 1 in the nation.
Really?
Yeah, killed it. We were like killing it. We were.
Your senior year? Well, your
My
senior year. Yeah, your last year. Yeah.
But then I got hurt.
Oh.
Midway.
No.
So the
What did
day
you
I
hurt?
got
What did you
hurt, like
man?
the week I got hurt,
Yeah.
and I can't play anymore the whole season.
What?
My captain, Canoe, sent me a link that says like Papa Ndoye, it's just my face, Papa Ndoye, number one prospect pick in the draft. So I looked at that, and I looked at my situation. I'm like, bro, I can't play anymore.
Yeah.
You know,
What
and
did
I
you
start
hurt?
crying,
What
bro,
was it?
because that was just my dream. Like,
Yeah.
came in here, like, just get the generational ID as quick as you can, go pro, go play.
Yep.
But then I was gonna do it in the fashion where like it's unbelievable because I was already finishing school
Yep.
while getting the generation
Yep.
ID.
Wow.
You know what I mean?
Yep.
So
What did you hurt though? What?
that's my back. I had a stress fracture,
Oh.
and L2. So yeah, I stopped playing. You know, it was hard for me walking
For the entire
and stuff.
season,
Yeah,
really?
and the season is congested. It's 3 months.
Yeah.
So when you're out with that, you're just out.
You out? Yeah.
Yeah. So I stayed like weeks.
Did you have to do like
Trying to
surgery
recover.
or just therapy?
No, just therapy. You know, surgery. You know, I don't really.
Yeah,
like
you don't
that.
like
So
surgery.
I did therapy
Yep.
and stuff like that, and then we were thinking about just like giving me like those need like just
Painkillers.
painkillers and stuff like that. But the trainer didn't really like it. So
Yeah,
it's
he didn't like
it's
that,
not
no,
worth it.
yeah.
You know, we might hurt yourself
Even more.
in the long. So then my season was done, and the link was saying like number one prospect picking the.
And then
So-
you started tearing up a little bit.
Yeah, I start tearing up. You know, I'm like, but I have to persevere. You
Yeah,
know,
you
it's
had
not
to, you
hard.
have
you know?
to, you
I have
know.
to persevere. So I just stayed, go to practice every day. Be there with the team.
Yep,
You know,
absolutely.
support.
Absolutely.
You know,
Absolutely.
but then at the end of the season, I kind of felt better. But still, I'm hurt. I kind of felt better, but like the coach is like, I mean, if you want to play, just do whatever you can. Just do like so many, you do a lot of therapies and stuff like that, and then you play the rest of the season because we were making the playoff. You're gonna go
Playing in the NCAA.
No, we were trying to go to the because when I left the team, we had like a hole to fill. You know, the team kind of like
Yeah.
decreases.
Yeah,
You know?
yeah.
My last game with the team, I got hurt bad, but I scored. But I got hurt bad, and then I didn't finish the game, and we lost, unfortunately. So from then,
After you got back, or that's why when you got hurt?
Yeah, when I got
hurt.
hurt. So we kind of decreased.
dropped, yeah, you guys dropped.
The levels dropped and stuff like that, and man, after that, end of the season, I think we had the semifinal. We had like a senior game. I think I came back to that while hurt. No, I played. Didn't really do much. You know, we had like the semifinal, you know, for the conference. If we win the conference, we're gonna go to the NCAA. Yeah, I played that game, the semifinal. We lost, and I was not. It's
Yeah,
not
you're
me,
not the
I'm
same,
not,
you know.
I'm not fit.
But were you fully recovered, or were you still hurt but you wanted
I'm
to play?
still hurt, but you know, it's my final season, so
Yeah.
I wanted to play and stuff like that. But
And then,
yeah,
so you guys got
end of the
knocked out
season.
semifinals.
The draft came. I'm not a senior, so I can't be in the draft anyway.
Even if you were already completing all the classes to graduate early.
Yeah, I was not a senior. I had like in soccer, I had like 2 more years to play in college.
Oh, eligibility
Wise, so you
that's
cannot.
why.
Yeah.
I see.
So,
Dang.
yeah.
Oh,
So
snapper.
draft came.
Yeah.
Not it. Nah, I was not in
Nothing.
it.
No calls.
No
Nothing.
calls. Nothing. And my agent told me, "This is you 22 right now, so we need to go. We need to get you to the pros. And MLS Next Pro is here and stuff like that. USL is here, but I think you're gonna have definitely an opportunity to play in MLS Next Pro."
Mm-hmm.
So I went to Columbus, tried to do a tryout there. You know, their combine. They didn't pick me, but then like I was just getting up back to speed.
Yeah,
because,
exactly.
like,
Back to
I'm
full
not
fitness.
I'm not fit yet, but when I was going to Columbus. But that just training get me ready to
Yeah,
like
exactly.
for the next tryout I was gonna get. It was Houston, so went there to Columbus. You know, played okay. You know, assist. You know, okay. The coach came to me. He's a French guy. He's like, "How many goals you score?" I'm like, I didn't score. I'm like, I mean, I didn't get the passes and I needed and stuff like that. And he's like, "Man, you're a striker. You need to score goals." But he came up to me and talked to me, which is good. But he said, it's good. You keep going. So they didn't pick me over there. I went to Houston. So Houston was looking at me when I was at SMU. So they already had an eye on me. So my agent knew the coach there. He's like, Houston wants you to come and they want to see you. I'm like, okay. So after Columbus, I went back to Dallas 1 week or something like 1 week or like 1 week I would say, and and after that weekend I went to Houston straight.
Yep.
So I went to Houston. I was ready fit. So I did all the training I was doing.
Absolutely. Everything you're supposed to be doing.
Yeah,
Train, got some of that experience
Yeah.
training, trying out with Columbus and all that.
Yeah. So now I went to Houston. I'm kind of getting back to the fitness. First practice, ball come in the air, chest it down, bicycle, boom, go. People was like, yo,
In the practice.
Who's this kid?
Yeah.
Coach was looking at me, oh, she's a kid, okay.
Yeah.
I was just excited. I just wanted to play.
Yeah.
Like, this the feeling that I'm feeling right now
Yep,
because
yep,
the struggle I went
yep,
through this
exactly.
early of this season. That's what I felt. So I just wanted to play. I
Feel
was
that
like,
way again.
bro, I don't want to play. I finished college. I did what my parents wanted me to do.
Now
like
it's
the
mine.
advice is now it's my time. It's
Yeah.
pro time.
Yep.
So I first that week killed it. All week I was just banging goals, doing that, just doing the right things because they were in preseason.
Yeah.
And then after the preseason, after the week, the coach told me we're gonna play the first team this Saturday. So be ready and stuff like that, and show these people that you're a first team player, stuff like that. So I had a great relationship in the beginning of that with the coach.
Yep.
So he gave me something like, yo, I need it.
Mm-hmm.
So game against the first team, I got the image here. Playing winger for the first time. In college, I was playing nine. Playing winger, and this coach had like some expectation on me, even as a tryout, taking like I'm on the set pieces and stuff like that because I'm left-footed and I can hit the ball.
Yeah.
And in college, I would not touch no set pieces because
Really?
I had the Brazilian kid.
Yeah,
like
yeah.
I'm like, bro, just do your thing,
Yeah,
bro.
yeah,
You
yeah.
know what I mean?
Yeah,
So
yeah.
that week I was so excited, and we playing first team. I'm like, okay, bro, if you say you're good,
Yeah,
this
prove
is the
it.
show here.
Yeah.
So we played the first team, and I was balling, ball.
On the wing?
Yeah, on the wing. Ball come to me, touch the ball. The guy came. I'm kind of strong, so
Yeah, exactly.
I hold him up.
Yeah.
Go this way. He kind of bite, and I turn. The guy fell. I'm gone. So I'm facing Team Parker and those guys in the back because so it's 4 in the back.
Yeah.
I delete one guy, so I'm facing
3.
like 3.
Yeah,
right?
3 or 2.
So and then my boys, Paulo Rios and the other guys, Nico in the wing over there.
Yep.
So I'm coming on the right side.
Okay.
I did this. I faced his Team Parker. I'm like, this guy's big. So I
Yeah.
got inside.
Yeah.
I see one player wide open. I just gave him the ball, and he just touched it like this. Instead of shooting, he just left it like this. And then Nico just bang it top corner. Nico was a finisher. Bang it top corner. Second team against first team, 1-0.
Really?
So, bro, we beat them. We had to play like a half. And our second team, our second team would play against their second team.
Yep.
So we beat them 1-0. I was bored. I was like, yes, bro. I was balling. I was the Megan guy. Just having fun, bro.
Having fun, playing the game, playing your game again.
The game.
Yeah.
And I'm playing winger. I'm like kind of remembering when I was younger, like when I was like playing like Messi, just dribbling inside, just passing the ball, moving.
Yeah.
After the game, people were like, "Whoa, what this guy, bro?" Like, and I kind of see these pros looking at me like, "Yo, you coming for me, huh?"
Oh, okay.
Stuff like that. So, but me, I didn't have none of those like details was going through my mind. I just wanted to play.
Yeah, I wanted to play. Yeah.
After the tryout, the Dynamo wanted to like the
Houston Dynamo.
Second team
second
came.
team.
The manager came. Coach came. He's like, "We want to sign you. So we're gonna go to we're gonna talk to your agent. We're gonna get the paperwork done. And we just wanna sign you."
Yep.
And they told me how they were happy about me and stuff like that.
Okay.
And first team know that there's this kid that's in the second team and is probably first team level.
Yep.
Right?
Already. Yeah. Off the bat.
So they signed me second team deal. Me just wanted to stay in the country and just stay, and I just wanted to play. Like coming, but I just wanted to play. So I was like, my agent told me, I was like, I want to sign. I don't know about money and stuff.
Yeah. I want to sign. Yeah.
I did that. I signed the contract like the Monday, Tuesday, and the Thursday, first team called me. Boom. Papa, do you wanna come join us in preseason? We are in I don't know, where they were in Tucson,
Okay.
in Arizona. Do you want to join us?
Yep.
I was so excited. I was like, yes, I want to join. What are you talking about? Yeah, that would be my pleasure.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because they needed a striker.
Okay.
So I went there. That was like one of my best experience that I had.
Okay.
So I went there. I was playing with Coco Karaski. I was playing Fafa people, and
Wow.
it was easy because Fafa is a pro. He's a real pro. He
Yep.
played in Italy,
Yep.
Germany,
Yep.
and he speaks French already.
Oh.
So I'm coming to the first team,
Okay.
and I'm speaking with the best player, like
Yep.
French. We just
Yep.
like joking
Yep.
around, and
Yep.
I'm just banging goals in the practice. So they called me. It's like, oh, we have a game we have a game Saturday, but we can fly you out tomorrow, and then you can come practice. And the next day we're playing.
Mm-hmm.
Oh man, I can't wait.
Yeah,
I
so
just want to
you're
play.
loving it. You're loving it.
And then back then I was living at the hotel. You
Yep.
know?
Yep.
So if I flew to Tucson, I landed like around 12, and the practice was like 12 something.
Mm-hmm.
I went to the practice because that practice I had needed to be there because the next day we playing. I went there, warm up, do all this thing. I go greet the coach. The coach came up to me, he's like greeted me. It's like, yeah, welcome. And then the manager came, the parents and them, just like I've greeted them and stuff like that.
Yep.
I was excited. I was like, bro,
Absolutely,
this
man.
is
It's
the pros, huh?
enjoyment.
Yeah, let's
Yep.
go. I was so excited. So I went. That training, I bang it goes up. People were like, yo, who's this kid, man? Who's this kid?
Yeah.
Bang goes, da. You know? And then the next day, we had to play a game. So the starting 11 is going to play 45.
Okay, and then the
us,
other team.
the other team, we're going to
Yeah.
play 45.
Yeah,
But then
okay.
us, we had like Coco and those guys that,
Yep.
coming back from injury, but they're
Yeah, but
like
they're still-
starting 11,
yeah.
they're playing with that.
Wow. Okay. Wow.
And then they bring me back to playing 9.
Oh.
I'm like, this is my bread and butter. So I'm like, okay, let's go. And we're playing. I'm playing with guys that understand the game in the very highest level. I'm like touching, moving. I'm not doing anything. I'm just doing my.
Yeah, doing your things, doing what you gotta do.
We play in Colorado. We beat them 3-2, I think.
Wow.
I had the last assist.
Okay.
And the game, I was so nice
Yep.
just playing.
Yep.
I was just doing stuff. But then I had so much respect for these pros. I'm like, I'm going to go, and I see a guy. I pass him the ball, and he skies the ball. I'm like, man, you scored this, man. Come on.
Yeah.
But after the game, one of the kid come to me. He's like, Papa, you scored the ball. Shoot, don't pass the ball. I'm like, in my mind, I'm like, bro, I just want to make these guys feel better. I mean, they're already settled in the first team. Me, I'm just trying to help out.
Yeah, exactly.
After the game, man of the match of the game, everybody come out, big hugs, like, yo. And then one of the guys, I never forget that. Joe Corona came to me.
Yeah.
He played LA and
Yep.
played Houston.
Yep.
He came to me. He's like, bro, where you from? And it's like, no way you played in college. Like, there's no way you did. But then in my mind, I'm like, there's no way because I was playing pro in Senegal.
Exactly,
Like,
exactly,
And
yeah.
my boys right now, they're playing AFCON, you
Yep,
know, and
yep,
they're
exactly,
winning AFCON. They went
exactly.
to World Cups
Yep.
and stuff like that. These are the people I trained with growing up.
Growing up, yeah.
So, and my mind, I just stay at home. I'm like, okay. I took it as like, he said, if you never need anything, just ask us. Welcome to the team and stuff like that. And then I thought I was gonna get the first shot after that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But then, I was not really like the coach didn't have really me coming to mess up his play.
Oh, okay. Yeah,
You
his
know,
plans,
because when a
whatever.
guy was hurt, that's why I just came there.
Yeah, yeah.
So the next game, the guy came back from injury, so he just took the spot again, and I was just like, and we came back to Houston, and the coach called me in his office with his assistant. He's like, "Wow, we didn't know you were this good and stuff like that." And wow, okay, but unfortunately, we have to like cut the team to a certain number. So we need you. We want you to go back to the second team.
Yep.
But then I was like, okay, I'm me. I
Yep.
just want to play.
Yep.
But then if I had this experience that I had, I would just introduce myself. I would just like tell them where I came from, who the people I trained with, why I came to the U.S. Because I had choices.
Mm-hmm.
But I didn't say all of that because I was just excited. I was like, coach calling me in his office, yo, what. But then after that, I was training with them all the time.
Yeah.
playing with the second team, training with them all the time, playing with the second team.
What was that going to be like the first time you were going to be playing with the second team after that experience with the first team? Okay, how did that season go?
Yeah, it went well. Yeah, the beginning went well.
Okay,
Beginning because I just came fresh from the first team, it's good. So first game, we won 1-0. I created the free kick.
Yep.
We had Marcelo Palomino. He just banged the top corner. We won 1-0. Second game, I scored. We win. We just winning. I'm making assists, winning. But then at the mid season, the weather, Houston is super hot. And then my performance kind of decreases. And then the coach started like putting me on the bench, and I finished the season on the bench.
Mm-hmm.
Never played it again, but it's my first year. I was frustrated obviously. And in practice, I was doing well, and then the games, he's not giving me the opportunity. I don't know what happened though.
Yeah.
Maybe he sees like, okay, maybe whatever he sees like, oh, he needs to like, get back to what he was. He needs to like work his way up, and he just need to like. But that time that I didn't play at the end of the season made my mind to like, oh, okay, look, nothing is guaranteed, bro.
Yeah.
Nothing is guaranteed. Just like Mape was saying, you need to be ready to play. Mentally, you need to be ready before you play this game.
Yep.
Because as you go high like this, it can just drop like this.
Drop off, yeah.
So every single time you need to stay level-headed.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I have in my mind.
Yep.
Always, every single time I have to stay level-headed.
Mm-hmm.
If I'm scoring hat tricks, if I'm scoring hat trick back-to-back in games, I don't care. I have to stay level-headed. If I'm doing bad, if I'm not playing nothing, I have to stay level-headed. I'm not going to be sad because I'm not playing, and I'm going to be super happy.
Absolutely.
Because I'm just like banging goals all the time. So all the time I need to stay level-headed.
Yep.
So after that season, we had the meeting. It's like, I mean, you started the season well. You did really well, but you didn't like maintain the level that you started with. Yeah. But then it mentally again, it should like because I was playing with the first team, and I was doing really well, and I was expecting to stay with them, but then they dropped me down. So, and then this is my first pro season. So are you ready for those like challenges and stuff like that? And it's like, man, I should be first team and stuff like. And then no, look, you're not supposed to be in anything. It's the process. You got to follow the process.
Yep, absolutely.
If God wants you to be in the first team, you're gonna be in the first team. If God wants you to be here, you're gonna be here. So you got to keep progressing where you are.
Yep.
That's what I understood in the second year. I'm like, okay, I came in the second year. Obviously, I told you about the first the preseason. I was not ready because I was by myself at the apartment. Everybody went home. I'm only by myself.
Oh, so by yourself there.
By myself, and eating wise, I was not eating properly. Because nutrition wise, I didn't get it yet.
Yeah. Yeah, you didn't fully understand what you're supposed to be doing nutrition wise.
And then preseason, I didn't know that preseason you gotta be fit before you go to preseason, especially in the US.
Yep. Is it different than in Senegal?
It's different because in Senegal, when you go to preseason, when I was going to my academy in preseason, it's fine if you come with 0 because the team is starting
progress.
0. It's slow progress. We start 0, we go. Mid preseason, everybody's fit.
Yep.
Because we did it in there.
But in the US?
In the US, you have your preseason before you go to preseason.
Yep. Oh, so it's like
you gotta get ready before you go to preseason, because if you come to preseason, at least what I experienced in Houston, and then going forward, before every preseason, I'm gonna be fit.
Yep.
Just like I did this year.
Yep.
So that year, I mean, I was not fit going to come into preseason, and I came first training. It was super hard. Technically, I hanged. Technically, I was really good, one of the best probably, but physically, I was the worst. And that can't be happening if you're like one of the younger kids.
Yep.
Right.
Yep.
So, but I just didn't know, and then it was a good thing. It was a good thing for me to understand now. Okay, look, preseason, when you come in here, anywhere,
you have to be
ready.
Even
when I go back, anywhere I go to preseason, I gotta be ready first. So I'm not gonna expect we're gonna start in 0 and then progress.
Yep.
I'm gonna be ready, 100 already.
Yep.
Even when we start in 0, I'm gonna be
ready.
Super fine. Yeah, ready regardless. So I went to preseason with the first team. That's
fitness wise, didn't do too good.
Yeah, But then they brought me back to the second team. I had the injury, fractured my nose.
Okay.
Yeah, we talked about it, and then that's the best thing that could have happened to me.
Why?
Because those 2 weeks that I had to stay without touching the ball,
Yep.
is
Oh, you focus on the
injury in
fitness.
the nose. Yeah, it forced me on the fitness. So I
Well,
went,
how God works, man.
yeah, how God works. That's the best thing, bro. I went with the strength and conditioning coach. We were just grinding 6Ks every day, 6Ks every day. Sometimes I had to rest 6Ks. Yeah, we were just doing some runs, pushing. After those 2 weeks is gone, and then I have to like slowly get back to playing. I was already fit, so everything I'm doing is easy.
Yep.
You know.
Yep.
And then the first game I came back, it was playing again in the first team. I played well. The whole front office was there. They were watching, so I did well. And the guy who came to me, general manager, came back to me again. Yeah, because when I was unfit, he told me, "You unfit, and this is not acceptable."
Yeah.
You know, you had two months of like
Yep, to
or
get
3 months
ready.
to get ready, and you were not. So this is not acceptable.
Yep. But after
But
that,
after that, when I fixed it, he came back to me. He's like, "Oh, okay, I see now you're getting ready. You're improving. It's really good.
yeah.
This is the way."
Yep. This is
That
this
game,
is the
I was
Papa
so
Ndoye.
good, bro. This is what we need from you.
Mm-hmm.
And I was happy. We keep going. Yeah, we keep going.
Yeah.
Being in the season, we play Austin away.
Yeah.
I scored the first goal of the year for the whole
For
the whole league.
the MLS, the B team.
Yeah,
the
for the
second
MLS
team.
Next Pro, yeah. So scored the first goal of the league, and then it was from there. It was good progression. We go.
Yeah.
But then when we went back to summer in the middle of the season,
Yeah.
the thing that was happening to me in the first season came back.
Okay. The heat and everything.
The heat, and then can you maintain the level?
Yeah.
And then because I feel like I progress nutrition wise. You know, I'm eating the right stuff. You know, I'm knowing that what to eat, and I'm investing my time, investing my money, talking to the nutritionist, and just like knowing what to do and what not to do.
Mm-hmm.
And in training, I was doing well, but my goals was not following.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I understand
exactly.
where the coach just kind of put me on the bench.
Mm-hmm.
But then I didn't want the stuff that happened the first year happen to me again, because now I have more experience and stuff like that.
Yep.
So I went to him and I asked him, but then he was he was kind of frustrated about me because he sees my potential. Yep. But me, maybe like I just take it like that. He sees my potential, and I was not living up to those standards.
Yep.
So I went to talk to him. I'm like, Coach, why I'm not playing right now? I feel like I'm doing better in practice.
Exactly.
I'm doing good.
Yeah.
And then from then he went off on me. Yeah, he just smashed me. It's like, you're not playing because right now you should be on 14 goals already. You should be doing better. You should be fitter in practice. You should be doing better details wise. Talking about details off the field stuff.
Yeah.
I'm like, wow, okay. So I took that as a like. After that, like he's like we had like, and it was in the field where everybody was seeing, and he was going off. It was going off.
Really, everyone was hearing it.
Everyone could see. I don't know if they could hear.
Okay, but
we
you
were
could
kind of
see.
on the side.
Okay, I saw. Yeah.
And we talk. I'm like, Coach, I think I need to play and I deserve to play and stuff like that. He's like, you're not playing anymore, and I don't want to have this conversation with you anymore. It's done. Like, you're not playing. And I'm like, okay, I just wanted to know, because what happened to me last year, I just don't want that to happen anymore. Yeah, And I was done. I'm like, thank you. But he was so mad. And I was going to like go do some extra work. And it's like, hey, get out of the field. Get off the field.
What?
Yeah, he was like, get off. So, it's football. Like,
exactly.
You gotta be mentally ready.
Yeah,
for
you
that
have to,
first.
bro. You have
Because
to. Oh my gosh.
how it's going up, it can go crash down like that.
Yep.
And the coach that I had like good relationship with, and it's like that. So I was like, I went to the locker room, and I was low. I was super low.
Yep.
So I called Ryan. He was in the national team. And Ryan couldn't answer. I called my agent, and I told him the situation. And he's like, "Oh, you shouldn't have done that and stuff like that, and stuff like that." But then he was super calm, and he was like, "It's okay. You're gonna work, and you're gonna get ready for like your next opportunity." So at that time, and I called Ryan. Ryan told me the same thing. Like, it's fine. I'm gonna be back this weekend. I'm gonna be back at the game. You're gonna spend time at the game, and then the next week, this couple of weeks that's coming up is gonna be super, crucial for you.
Okay.
You gotta be. I'm gonna be there in these couple of weeks, and I'm gonna help you out, and we're gonna overcome this situation.
Yep.
And he told me that, and after that, I was alright. I was cool, man. I was good.
Yep.
And then the strength and conditioning coach come, had Jim. You know, he came. He's like, "But what's happened, man?" I'm like, I just had a conversation with the coach, and then he just let me know that you don't need to come to the gym. Like he said, you don't need to come to the gym. And then I'm like, oh, okay. So now they're trying to do something, huh? Okay. So I just showered. I went home. I chill, bro. I stay level headed. You know, I believe in God, so I stay level headed. Next day I went to practice. I thought they were gonna tell me to not come to practice.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
I went to practice. I practiced it, and we had a game on a Sunday. So Ryan was coming Sunday to that game.
Yeah.
Cause he's my mentor. He's like one of my mentor, and he's like he's being there, you know, for me. And I went to the game. He just did his 18. I was not in the 18, so that game I was out. It was tough, but I stayed on the bench. No, I stayed in the stands.
Yeah. Okay.
And then when I dressed up, dripped out, you know, went to the game, support the boys, you know.
Absolutely. Yeah,
I think
absolutely.
we won, and I went to them, you know, dapped them up, and like, well done.
Mm-hmm.
So at that point, I know that I'm not playing anymore, so my season is done. Yeah. But my mindset was like, okay, let's work for our next opportunity.
Yep.
The next opportunity, wherever it might be, let's work towards that. So just forget about all the distraction that might come. I'm gonna play. I'm not gonna play. We know you're not gonna play anymore because you had the conversation with the coach, and he was super upset about it and stuff like that. So, and he tell you that you're not gonna play. But then we don't know that we, as human beings, we don't control anything. It's God that controls anything. We just be there and just do what we need to do.
Yep.
So I'm training the next day, the next week. Ryan was there. I'm doing my work. I'm doing extra work. I'm doing all these things.
So they're allowing you to come to train now.
To come to train, yeah.
Extra trainings,
Yeah.
gym, everything. Okay.
Yeah. So I did that, and the Thursday where we're gonna know who's gonna start and who's not gonna start the game. I see myself in the starting line. I'm like, yo, what's going on? And in my mind, when I was going through that struggle, I'm like, if I'm back in this team, I'm not gonna get out of the team anymore.
Exactly.
So they put me back, and Ryan looked at me. I'm like, oh, okay. Because he's the goalkeeper coach. He said, oh, wow, okay.
Yep.
Because as I told you, we human beings, we don't control anything.
God does. Yep.
Because that team, that game we were gonna play or following week, both of the wingers, they got red carded against that team. Okay. Both of the wingers that were gonna start at that time.
Yep.
I'm like, oh, okay. And there was the kid. I'm better than him like 3 times, but he was ahead of me on the depth chart because of the situation with me and the coach. Yep. And that kid got hurt that week. I'm like, oh, okay. So it's just me left.
Yep.
And he put me there. Yep. We played against Minnesota, I think.
Yep.
Tough game. They were winning 1-0. I'm like, bro, I need to produce today. That game, I scored 1 goal. Tack, score.
Yeah.
But then I stayed like 2 weeks without playing, so I was not fit.
Yeah.
So he subbed me. And I went off. I'm like, oh, thank God I'm off.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Exactly.
I was doing my best in Houston. It's hot.
Yeah.
I was just, bro.
Yeah.
It's like adrenaline that had about like, yo, I was struggling. Now I got
you have to prove. Yep.
So I scored that game.
Yep.
We went to PKs. I think we win or we lost. I think we lost. But then he looked at me, he's like, this kid, bro, he doesn't leave.
Exactly.
He persevere all the time. So the next game, because I score and those wingers are coming back of suspension, I have to still play.
Yeah.
We play against Salt Lake.
Okay.
So in practice that week, he's still pretty upset about me. So I receive a ball on the wing. And, you know, usually when you receive the ball on the wing, you have like the midfielder to lay the ball off and then run.
Make the run behind. Yeah.
I lay the ball off, which is the proper thing to do in soccer for the midfield and then run. But the midfield just make this run.
Oh,
so my boy Diego.
So, yeah.
And it's like 2 weeks I didn't play with him, so I kind of lose
the
chemistry. I'm like, yo, this guy doesn't want this. I gotta hold the ball and make the run, and I pass the ball instead of me making the run. So I lay the ball off, and he just smashed me. Papa, what are you doing?
The coach.
The coach smashed me again. I took it like a G, bro. I'm like, all right, I'll take it.
Mm-hmm.
You know, no problem. I just keep laughing at people because I'm like, bro, this is me. Level-headed all the time.
Yep.
Even I'm like Ambers, like, the lowest level-headed. After that, we would do, before we do set pieces and stuff like that, he came up to me. He's like, Pops, come. He called me. He's like, if I'm going hard on you, you're like one of the top players here and like one of the oldest. If I'm going hard on you, the other guys, they're gonna know that they can't do certain things because if they're going hard, the coach is going hard on Papa, that means the other guys they're gonna fall on line, right? And this, he told me this is a coaching, strategy.
Mm-hmm.
And in my mind, I was like, hey, maybe go somebody else because
Yeah.
right now I'm pretty tired.
Yeah.
You're going crazy on me all
Yeah.
season. In my mind, I'm saying that. But what my answer was, I'm like, Coach, do your thing, man. Do your thing. Whatever you need to do, do your thing. I'm here. Like, do your thing. It's fine.
Mm-hmm.
And he's happy. I seen happiness about that.
Yeah.
So we went to getting ready for like travel. We went to the airport. He called me again. Pops, come. I came. He's like, I seen the work you be putting in this last couple of weeks.
Yep.
And that doesn't go unnoticed and stuff like that. It's like, I'm proud of what you're doing. I see you scored last game, but you could have done more and stuff like that. But in my mind, I'm like, wow, okay. And he told me, you need anything? I'm like, man, I'm good. Like, if you need anything, come. You can let me know, bro. That changed my whole mind. It's like me playing for my last name, playing for my family, playing just for me.
Yep.
Because the coach, I was like, he doesn't like me. It's fine,
Yep.
But sometimes it's not like the coach doesn't like you. The coach is trying to get something out of you.
Yep. Exactly.
So
Wow.
it seemed like I'm doing the right things. So he was super proud of that. He just let me know. And when I was sitting down, I was gonna go sit down in the next bench. I was over there in the airport. Man, I was about to cry, bro. I'm like, yo, just hold this thing, bro. In my heart, I'm crying. I'm like, bro, wow, okay. 2 weeks ago, I was like in the
deep end,
house,
man.
bro.
Yeah.
In the deep end. And right now, I'm here, and he's counting on me. I'm like, this guy, I'm not gonna let him down. So before I was playing for myself, now I'm playing for him and everything, brother. So I went to the game. I scored a hat trick.
Wow. Against Salt Lake. Wow.
In the game, during the game, I would hear him. Just give the
I
ball
think I
to
watched
Papa.
that game. I think that was last season, right?
Last season,
yeah. That's the game I watched. I watched that game. Like, you were going crazy.
I was going
that
crazy
game,
because
bro.
like I'm playing for something deeper, for something like
Yep.
my why is deep, but like it's my why and plus.
Mm-hmm.
Somebody who's in the dugout is like the gaffer. I'm playing for him too.
Yep.
Bro, we were losing that game. I scored equalized. They score. We going back and forth. I scored a hat trick. We won the game, and then after the game, he came up to me. This is it. This is you, bro. Just keep doing your thing. The language changed.
Yeah.
The narrative
treatment,
changed. The treatment changed. Now he's treating me with respect because me and him, we're going to work and we're doing the work together and we're like winning.
Mm-hmm.
Next game, now I cannot get off the team anymore. So like before the promise I told myself now is like it's a true because I'm like if I'm back in this team, I'm not gonna get off this team no more because now I know the privilege of being playing.
Yep. Yeah.
And just like the struggle of being in the bench, bro. You don't want that.
Yep.
You want to be doing everything. Be grateful of the situation and play.
Yep.
I scored a hat trick that game. We go back home. Now I'm hot. Player of the week, stuff like that. Everybody's scared of me. My boys, literally, they tell me, yo, bro, people are scared of you, bro. Just do your thing.
Yeah, they were going crazy, bro. They were going crazy.
Next game, I scored another hat trick. My man come. I was like, yo, okay.
Yeah.
When I went back to the second week before that game, the manager for the D2, he kind of challenged me again. Like, oh, okay, you do a hat trick. Let's see if you can do it again. Or stuff like that. Let's see if you can prove it. I scored another hat trick. I can't prove it, bro. Now, I two hat trick in a row. I'm prove it.
Six goals in 2 games.
7 goals in 3 games.
7 goals in 3 games. Wow.
So my man was like, okay, he's super proud after the game. He's like, oh, we have the ball, He made his talk. He's like, give the ball to Papa, hat trick hero and stuff like that. Where it's like, you got tug, you got speed. I'm like, man, thank you all of y'all, man, you know. But some of my boys, they see what I've been through. And then some of my boys that don't even play, or like some people that were in the same situation, they looked at me and they look proud, bro. They was like, bro, this is the shit, bro. Yeah. They like that. So some of a lot of my boys just respect. It's like the respect just flows, you know.
Yep.
And then from then on, we just went in.
Yep.
And it was using like that momentum that I had on the right wing, and then we just keep going, and we made the playoff. And then we were not even like on the picture. So
and you guys still made the playoff.
We still made the playoff.
I saw the game. You know, you guys got disqualified, man. I was like, damn, like I felt like you guys could have made it like very far in that tournament. Yep. So after that, so you know, as we wrap up. After that season, what happened, you know?
For that season, so my status changed. So, like, I'm not the status changed, you know. A lot
like
of teams, they're
looking at you now,
So, agent was like, yo, should we go to Europe? Like, my agent wanted to go to Europe and stuff like that. But, you know, I feel like it was like a unfinished business in the U.S. because this is where I want to play. I want to play in the MLS and stuff like that. So I still need to like make that happen and stuff like that. So, but then your study changes. So like you get to a better, better situations, better in clubs. So, you know, Roy called me. He's like, I know you might have like a lot of opportunities to go somewhere, and I'm like, yeah, definitely. I don't think I'm gonna play MLS Next Pro anymore because I think I graduated from the league. Is I did what I needed to do in these 2 years. I understand that, but I think like if you come try and play with me, I think we can progress you more, and then you can get everything, anything you like. The rest, what you aspiring to get right now, you can still get it, and you're gonna be a better player and stuff like that. So I'm like, okay. I kind of like his
way saying
he, like his projects that he had for me.
Yeah.
I just tell my agent, so let's stay in the U.S. again, and because he was telling me they're gonna give him offer for like the second division in France.
Oh, really?
Good.
Okay.
So,
wow.
But then I was like, let me just stay in the U.S. and then we just
one more year.
We give more time here. So. And I was comfortable here, and then I know the people. I can speak the language, the culture.
Yep.
I know the cultures and stuff like that. So I just decided to stay with Carolina Core.
Okay, so you moved over to Carolina Core.
Yeah, I moved over to Carolina Core
and
I like the project and everything that goes along with that.
Yep.
And the club is special too.
Yep. Absolutely. And that's where you are now.
Yeah, that's where
you are now, in the middle of a season right now, right?
Yeah.
You know, as we close, man, is there any advice you would like to give players in Senegal, players that are in college, or players that are playing MLS Next Pro or playing pro that are struggling? Any advice you have for them, to keep pushing, and to make it to that next level and to achieve the goals that they want to achieve? Any advice you got for them, man?
Of course, mental toughness, mental toughness. You got to be ready to overcome all the challenges that's going to be on your way. And as Mbappe said in one of his interview, this game we're playing and his life also, you gotta be mentally ready before you enter it, right? Mentally tough. Mentally, you gotta be tough because it's not gonna be smooth.
Yeah.
It's definitely not gonna be smooth.
Yep.
You're gonna have lows. You're gonna have highs, but you gotta be ready to overcome all of that. Even sometimes the highs are your worst enemies. Sometimes the highs are your worst enemies. So be ready to like overcome any challenges, any distraction, any, tough situation that's gonna prevent you from
making to
the next step, from succeeding. So that's the advice I would want to give to
absolutely
any of my peers out there.
Papa Ndoye, everybody. Papa, man, thank you so much for coming on the podcast, man. I know, you have a game today. It's game day. You're skipping, breakfast to come and film, man. So, I really appreciate you coming out here and trusting us to share your story, and hopefully we can do this again in the future before, your career blows up and then you're in Europe now and then, but thank you again for coming on the podcast.
Thank you for having me, man. It's been a pleasure for me to be here too.